Have you ever looked at your regular, everyday bicycle and thought, what if this thing could actually go faster than a car? Most people think a bicycle has a strict speed limit dictated by how fast your legs can physically move. But what if I told you that everything you know about mechanical advantage is completely wrong? You are about to see exactly how a standard, dusty old bicycle can be transformed into an absolute speed demon, using nothing but a genius mechanical loophole, some spare parts, and a little bit of welding magic. Most people spend thousands of dollars on expensive electric bikes or lightweight carbon fiber racing frames just to get a little extra speed. But the secret to unlocking true lightning-fast velocity doesn't require electricity at all. It all comes down to a radical rethink of the traditional gear system that leaves everyone who witnesses it completely speechless. When you see this machine in action, it genuinely looks like it is defying the laws of physics, and the sheer pace it achieves will make you question why bicycle manufacturers haven't been building them like this for the last century. If you think you have seen fast bicycles before, you need to clear your mind, because this specific modification completely changes the game. Look at a standard multi-speed bike. You have a collection of gears on the rear wheel and a couple near the pedals, allowing you to switch back and forth depending on whether you are climbing a steep hill or cruising on flat ground. But what happens when you completely bypass that traditional system and engineer a secondary kinetic transfer loop that multiplies your input exponentially? The process starts by taking a completely ordinary bicycle frame apart, stripping away the components that limit its potential, and preparing it for a heavy-duty mechanical overhaul. You take a massive chain ring, much larger than anything you would ever find on a commercial bicycle, and you begin the meticulous process of custom fitting it to the center of the frame. This isn't just about making the gears bigger, it is about creating a dual-stage transmission system entirely by hand. You have to carefully cut, align, and weld the metal components with absolute precision, because even a single millimeter of misalignment at high speeds would throw the chain and cause a catastrophic failure. As you watch the raw metal being sliced and the sparks flying from the welding torch, you realize this is not just a simple backyard repair, it is a masterclass in custom fabrication. A secondary axle is introduced to the middle of the frame, acting as a mid-drive multiplier. By linking the primary pedals to a smaller gear, which then spins a much larger gear on the same intermediate axle, you create a massive mechanical advantage before the power even reaches the rear wheel. It's essentially a mechanical supercharger for human legs. When you see the dual chain system fully assembled, it looks incredibly complex, almost like a piece of industrial machinery compressed into the sleek frame of a bicycle. Every single component has to be greased, aligned, and tightened to perfection to ensure that the kinetic energy flows seamlessly from the pedals through the mid-drive multiplier and straight into the pavement. The true magic happens when you finally take this custom-built machine out onto the open road for a test run. Imagine pedaling at a completely normal, comfortable pace, but instead of moving at a leisurely jogging speed, you are suddenly keeping up with city traffic. The visual contrast is absolutely wild to behold. Passers-by are stopped dead in their tracks, staring in utter disbelief as a guy on a bicycle cruises past them at a speed that seems physically impossible for a human-powered vehicle. You can see the pure shock on the faces of people driving electric scooters and even cars as this custom contraption glides effortlessly past them. It completely shatters the expectations of what a bicycle can do, turning a simple commute into a high-speed spectacle that proves you don't need a massive motor or expensive technology to achieve incredible performance. You just need the willingness to look at common objects differently and the mechanical skill to bring that vision to life. It makes you realize that so much of the world around us is standardized for the average user, but when you step outside those boundaries, the possibilities are virtually endless. This project shows that with a bit of creativity, ingenuity, and hard work, you can take something completely mundane and turn it into something extraordinary that captures the imagination of millions. It challenges the status quo and reminds us all of the joy of pure hands-on building and experimentation. When you finish a project like this and see it work perfectly on the first try, the feeling of accomplishment is absolutely unmatched. It inspires you to look around your own garage or home and wonder what other everyday objects are just waiting to be redesigned, upgraded, and pushed to their absolute limits. Thank you so much for riding along on this incredible mechanical journey with me today. If you loved watching this regular bike transform into a lightning-fast speed machine, make sure to hit that like button, leave a comment with your thoughts on this wild build, and follow for more mind-blowing DIY projects and custom builds. By the way, I'd love to know, where are you watching this from? Drop your location in the comments so I can personally thank you.